Welcome to this race for the FireRed LeafGreen 90% tournament. Pocket Monsters. This race should be a banger. We got Machwing, Iron, and Juanlyways, two very high-level runners of the game. I'm Kurt, and I'm joined by Main 979.
Hello.
So we should be starting momentarily. Looks like the stream might be hung here a little bit. But yeah, I would say these three racers are pretty evenly matched. I would say anyone can take this one for sure. Gonna have to see who gets the better luck draw on this one. Looks like Machwing's timer started. I think that means we're about to start. So good luck to the racers. Looks like we lost the feed, having some technical issues.
Good timing.
Should be back momentarily. Sorry for the interruption. So now we just eagerly anticipate what's going to happen. It appears that Iron is in the lab. Oh, Machwing also in the lab.
It looks like three pretty good Squirtles. I think Irons is a little low on attack, but
Yeah. Yeah, at least it's Rash, right? Low attack modest can be kind of sketchy, but you don't have to make too many sacrifices for 12 attack Rash, I would say. Maybe kicking the Martha Oddish, but I wouldn't say there was many other differences for that one. Alright, so it looks like the racers grabbed their Squirtles, gonna reset, load that backup save Squirtle. Now we see the stats bar on the screen. Hope for no rival 1 deaths. Always not what you want to see in a race.
I guess if that happened, you would just have to go. How would you be able to do that? You'd have to reset, or?
Yeah, you generally just reset to your backup save. It actually happened to me during my last round 2 race, so kind of put me at a disadvantage. Not much you can do about it when it happens, right?
It's pretty unlikely. I mean, I think you need what, like double crit or like tackle miss with a crit.
Yeah, I think I missed 2 tackles is what happened, but yeah, some combination of tackle misses and crits is usually what leads to that.
Tackle miss is a great part of the game for sure.
Yeah, especially during this early game segment where you're trying to, you have to grind to poke for experience, you have to tackle Sammy a bunch of times. Just a lot of opportunity for missing. Alright, so Machwing and Iron through the Rival 1 fight, and Juanly as well. We're off to Route 1. Machwing getting a Rattata encounter. That's what you like to see. He's gonna kill this for experience. Hopefully no tackle misses. Tail whip is also what you want to see. Iron not as lucky getting the high level bird there. Just gonna skip that one. Hope for a better encounter.
And fighting level 3 bird has to do with how much attack you have, because it should be a 3-shot most of the time, but I think sometimes you won't get a 3-shot on a level 3 bird, even with 12 attack, from what I've seen.
Yeah, you have a chance to 3-shot, but it's definitely not guaranteed.
And since 2 of them are 31 speed, does that mean that they might go for bubble strats, or what do you think?
Yeah, a bubble strats is actually pretty common in races in general, just because you can potentially not save for Sammy if you have bubble, because no risk of tackle misses, and if you have high HP and the backup potion, should be good. By backup potion, I mean the one you grab from the Mart guy on Route 1, or there's 2 others in Forest you can grab as well. So, but yeah, can be a bit risky to not save for Sammy. We have definitely seen some awkward deaths there so far in the tournament. Alright, Machwing grabbing his parcel, Juanly not far behind, and Iron already almost all the way down Route 1. No 1% encounter in the grass. That's what we like to see.
Those 1% encounters are surprisingly common sometimes.
Yep. Sometimes you get 2 in a row. 1 in 1,000.
Yeah, it actually happened to me yesterday. Has there ever been a shiny in a race?
Not that I know of. I know plenty of people who've seen them in runs, but not in one of these races, that's for sure.
Have you ever gotten one in a regular run?
I've gotten one in Emeralds. I got a shiny Mudkip once. That was actually the right Mudkip, so that was pretty cool. But that's the only shiny I've ever seen. But maybe this will be the race. Maybe one of these guys is gonna lose 2 seconds to getting a shiny Caterpie or something like that. Alright, Iron making his way up Route 1. Pretty decent lead, I would say.
What would be funny about a shiny too is if you had to swap, for sand attack or something, you'd lose even more time. That'd be really funny.
Yeah. If you get a shiny cutter or flyer, you can still, you don't lose that much time to getting that. So that's pretty much your only chance for getting a shiny in the run, I would say.
So normally you'd want to attack once on a rat or bird to try to catch it, but I guess they're just attacking twice just for ultimate safety. Although they're gonna take more damage though, so what's your thoughts on that?
If you could get multiple breakouts, it can be a real problem. I've definitely had runs die to running out of Pokeballs. That extra tackle increases your chances quite a bit, especially if the first one's like less than 25% or around 25% damage. So it can increase your chances a lot for it to get in on the first ball, and I think that's definitely a good strat for races, depending on what your first roll is. And if you have bubble, you don't really need to hit twice, because usually that does more damage as well. Another good reason to get bubble. Looks like Juanly's trying to catch a very large Pidgey.
Yeah, that hasn't.
Looks like I got a breakout there. It's a little bit unfortunate. And it gets in. Very nice. Alright, Iron done with the Weedle cutscene. About to enter Encounter Forest. Let's hope for no level 5 Pikachus.
Yeah, that is definitely one of the worst ways to go. Oh, he does get a 1% encounter. That's
wow. Is this actually good though? I can't see if he's caught one yet on the screen.
No,
I guess you probably wouldn't want to catch a level 5 anyway, but it looks like Juanly is actually getting his second poke here on Route 1, so he's not as behind as it seems, I believe. But yeah, generally in Forest, just hoping for as few encounters as possible. Oh, Iron, another 1% encounter. What do you think about that? He got a 1% going into Forest, and he got a 1% in those 3 tiles.
Well, actually, I was watching his stream. He actually took a different route where he stepped 2 steps into the grass before you take the 2 steps.
Maybe he didn't turn in time, so he had to go around.
Yeah, so I think that was the 5th tile, so I think it may still have been. Is it 5?
Yeah, that should still be a 1% encounter.
So that's 2 1% for Iron, which is
yeah. Yeah, so I think Machwing actually just pulled ahead of him slightly.
Yeah, usually you get.
Yeah, they're like almost on the same tile right now.
Usually 3. I'd say 2 to 3 encounters is pretty common in the Forest. But yeah, you can get up to 5 or 6 if you're like really unlucky.
Yeah, you can. Going into the Sammy fight resets the chance for a 1% encounter, so generally the worst place to get one is like right before you talk to Sammy, which is this Weedle guy fight. First trainer fight of the run besides Rival 1. And Sammy can be a pain. Some runners would save for him, but depending on your HP and potion situation, you can sometimes skip it. It's a little bit of risk.
Well, with bubble strats, you would probably want to play a bit more aggressive with Torrent when you get low. Obviously, I think it's safe is what, like 6. Well, I guess not technically 6 because you could get 1 in 16 poison sting into poison, but so 7 would be like as safe as possible.
Yeah. The only problem with 7 is if you get crit, which I mean, that's part of the reason saving is considered, is just because an untimely crit and poison can just mean death in this fight from, a large range of health.
I'd imagine like trying to play around crit in a race is probably a bit tricky because a lot of stuff could crit and kill you.
Yeah, it's situational, right? And you have to weigh the benefit of saving versus the chances of something bad happening. And I think in the later rounds of this tournament, we're definitely going to see, higher risk plays as far as, playing around crits. Alright, Juanly getting the extra backup potion there. There's 2 potions easily available without taking extra steps in the grass, and that's the other one. There's a hidden one in front of Sammy as well that I believe the other 2 already grabbed. Alright, Iron setting up Torrent for Liam. Machwing already heading into the fight. Did not notice whether he got Torrent or not. Torrent helps a lot in this gym. Makes things a lot more consistent. Yeah, so Machwing actually not great health. He's going to have to 2-shot this Geodude, whereas Iron's going to be able to 1-shot with Torrent.
Yeah, and now he's in awkward health where when he levels up, he's dead to 2 scratches, but isn't guaranteed to 3 shots. So it's probably the worst health you could be at.
Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't watching carefully, but I'm pretty sure Machwing would have saved for this fight in this situation. He
did,
maybe.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Yeah, we can see Iron. He has a little bit. Oh no, he has 24 HP IV, so that's the only one where you want your poison to tick down to 4 for a ration modest, because you get the +3 on the Sandshrew here, so you're actually still safe to scratch normal roll. Scratch is not what you want to see though, so looks like he actually got the range after a low roll on turn 1, so Iron through Liam. Machwing as well, saving for Brock. Always a good call.
So Machwing doesn't have Torrent for the first Geodude, but I believe Geodude Tackle he'll still be fine for Brock, because I believe it does 6 and he's at 15, so he'll level to 11 and be safe. So he wants to see Tackle here ideally. Just go in.
Did Machwing do bubble strats though? Yeah, so he's level 11 already.
Oh, right, yeah.
So he could 1-shot the Geodude even without Torrent, and that's probably what he's gonna do here.
What's the range on that at 11?
I think it's guaranteed a level 11, but maybe I'm wrong about that.
I don't do bubble strats very often.
Ooh, Iron taking a critical from Onyx. Oh, and he misses the range. Yeah, 9 and 16 range on Torrent Bubble on the Onyx. So he has to heal, which is quite unfortunate because setting up Torrent for the upcoming fights is really important here.
Machwing has like perfect health. He's super low. He should have Torrent through all of the next route. So yeah, Machwing's pretty set.
Yeah, I would say this is about the sweet spot. You don't really need to stall for anything HP wise here, and just have Torrent to one-shot everything on Route 3. This is gonna be mid 14 Brock for Machwing. Pretty good race time.
And that's with one poke, right? And Juanlyways one that has two.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't catch whether either Iron or Mach got a second poke, but I believe they both got at least one. Oh, it looks like Juanly's stream is back. He's heading into the Brock fight, so not too far behind. Definitely a bit of a rough start for him, but could definitely catch up from here. And having both pokes is quite good. So. It's taking the first Mart trip of the run, besides the parcel, which I don't really count. Just grabbing potions, repels, antidotes, awakenings, everything we're gonna need until through Misty pretty much, and through Nugget Bridge.
And Machwing has some pretty nice menuing there. Menuing definitely takes practice, but there's a lot of menus in the run, so it saves a lot of time being fast.
Yeah. Even just a small mistake can lose you a few seconds. And, you know, in the worst case, if you buy too many of something, it can really mess you up.
I noticed you bought 4 repels. Is that intentional, or for like a race strat, or was that on
Yes,
accident?
so 4 repels is if you want to grab the revive in Mount Moon, which is before the rocket spinner. You have to run up a little bit extra off the ladder. So you do need 4 repels to get out of there without getting encounters.
Oh, that's like a round 2 strat, yeah.
Yeah, and it's definitely worth getting in races because there's so many places where you don't really want to save because the chance of dying is really low, but having the revive is like that extra, you know, extra backup you need. So Iron having a little bit of a tough Colton fight here, I believe. Is this the Colton fight, or is he actually on the next one?
I believe so,
okay.
Yeah. He's Torrent for 14,
so generally you want to stall for Torrent here if you don't already have it, and if you get string shot repeatedly, it just can be a real pain.
He didn't take.
So he's in Torrent here, but he's gonna lose it for the next fight. And there's a lot of metapods and Kakunas that you can only one shot with Torrent. So unless you want to sit through, unless you want to sit through 3 turns of Harden on the metapods and Kakunas, so you want to get Torrent for sure.
At this point, he's stalling so much on this Caterpie to get Torrent for 14. I don't even know how worth it is. But I mean, he's getting it now, but he lost a lot of turns.
Yeah, at this point, it was definitely just worth it to go. But you know, hard to know when that's gonna happen in advance. Juanly actually just entering the fight, so he's caught up to Iron quite a bit. Machwing kind of pulling into the lead here. Fighting the last bug catcher here on Route 3. Yeah, and after this is generally where you would catch a bird if you don't have one yet. But
does Machwing have a rat or a bird? I don't remember.
Yeah, I didn't catch that either, but we're gonna find out in a sec here. He's about to catch a bird if he doesn't have one.
And then ideally, if he's catching a bird, he's gonna want to take damage from the bird, so then he can do bug catcher in the next fight. And that's just the safest route.
Yep, but so grabbing the bird here, Sparrow. I'd say a tackle here is actually good, or a peck rather from Sparrow, but he gets the growl. So with this HP, I think he's probably going to be fighting either Youngster Josh or Rocket.
Would you say for you? You would say probably say for Josh, right? For like
Yeah,
crit
you'd
or
say for
no?
Josh because you can't grab the revive before fighting him. For Rocket, it's kind of, you know, at this HP, I probably wouldn't. I probably would go for Josh and just take the time loss for the save. But yeah, it's kind of and grabbing the person berry, always a good idea in races because you just can't control when you get confused by Misty and it can really mess you up.
And plus, if Machwing does Josh, if he gets the Carbos later, he'll be able to outspeed a lot of stuff later on, which is, you know, solve a lot of problems.
So Iron grabbing a bird as well. Oh, and unlucky, he gets the Mankey encounter. That's Juanly trolling him.
That's a weird looking bird, but
Yeah, getting encounters other than the birds here is very unlikely and can be quite infuriating when it happens multiple times. Alright, so Juanly, nice YOLO on the walker there. That girl is a trainer and can be scary. Oh, it looks like Machwing's opting for Rocket Spinner, so this should be interesting. I believe he's at 13 HP. I think Rocket does 13 with a 1 in 16 roll on Hyper Fang, and obviously a crit kills as well. But he's only 1 in 3 to use Hyper Fang, I believe, or 1 in 4 rather.
it's definitely the fastest fight. But obviously, it's the most risky because you know you have to get the Rattata range and you have to have it do damage. You know, like so quick attack is good, but now he's got to get the range.
Yeah, it's a 10 and 16 range in Torrent, and yeah, not getting that is quite bad, because this is basically slower than if he had done Josh at this point.
Yeah, not the best, so now his health is going to be pretty high for him.
Looks like Juanly's also opting to fight Rocket, and Iron, not sure what his plan is. They're just going to fight Josh or Rocket. I did not notice his HP. So Machwing survives a fight at the cost of, you know, having really bad HP for the upcoming fights. You really want to be in Torrent here, it saves you a lot of time. And the upcoming Rattata on the next Rocket Trainer will not die to non-Torrent Water Gun, so he has a chance to get Hyper Fanged there, or Quick Attacked, you know. There's a lot of...
I think he has enough health to live Hyper Fang and Quick Attack, but I mean it's still not that good. And sometimes he can just do nothing, you know. Like
the worst case would be like Tail Whip, yeah, because then he has to 2-shot it, and I don't believe he'll one-shot the Zubat, which is that trainer's second Pokemon.
The thing too is that even if he one-shots, like if he crit the Rattata out of Torrent, then the Zubat can Supersonic you, which is really bad.
So Juanly got through Rocket. Also doesn't have Torrent. And Iron Ops for Josh. So Juanly actually passing Iron, and Machwing maintaining pretty okay lead. Already got his War Turtle.
So no damage from the rat for...
Yeah, this is not what you want to see for Machwing. The next fight is going to be really slow without Torrent.
And there's the Supersonic, so his person is now gone.
Yep, there goes the person, and that pretty much guarantees that you should save for Misty, in my opinion. Maybe he'll take the risk and not save, but the person's really key to being able to not save in that fight, in my opinion. So Juanly's about 1 fight behind, and Iron trying to make his way to that fight, so... Still pretty close race.
Yeah, Juanly also got Tail Whip and no Quick Attack to get into the Torrent, which is the same as Machwing, which is pretty unlucky.
Not sure whether Iron has Torrent or not, but if he does, he definitely has a chance to make up some time here.
Machwing got poisoned by the Grimer.
Yeah,
I think that might be good because he can get into Torrent, but he's so slow.
This can be good because he's already caught both pokes, so he can let it die without antidoting afterwards, but the problem is that he was going to die to poison damage in the fight, so now he has to actually heal it in the fight. If you get poisoned at high HP, it can be good because it puts you down into Torrent and you don't actually have to heal it later.
Yeah, not being in... Oh, Iron just got crit.
Iron died to Did he die to the first rocket?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so he saved for Josh, and that kind of ended up saving him there. But that's gonna lose him a lot of time for sure.
Going into that rocket without Torrent is pretty bad. I think Machwing he wasn't in Torrent, and he got Disable and Poison Gas hit, which is about as bad as it gets.
Yeah, Machwing made it through the fight. So Iron had a revive and opted not to use it, and instead to reset back to the Josh fight.
Oh, wow!
Juanly lives on 1 HP with the poison.
He missed the 14 and 16 range, and yeah.
Juanly has both pokes, so he does not have to heal poison here. He can just let the War Turtle die. And he's going to be using rare candies in a second here, so rare candies revive in this generation of Pokemon, so you don't really have to worry about War Turtle being dead, because you don't need it until you use those rare candies. Getting an encounter here is a bit unlucky. That's really bad for Juanly actually, because he could die here.
Did he do some weird movement to?
Oh no! Oh no! Juanly's gonna white out. Wait.
Oh
No, he's still alive. His other poke's still. Wait, what? No, he has 3. Okay, yeah. He's actually saved by having both pokes there. I thought he was gonna white out, but he has another third poke alive, so that's why he was able to get away.
When it says use next Pokemon, is that just a coin flip? Because it has to do with speed, right? When you're like face to face, whether or not you can escape. But
I believe it's
fainted, so.
Yeah, I don't know if it factors in the speed of first Pokemon in your party or which one you still have alive. It would be guaranteed if it just chose the first one, but.
So Juanly is pretty close behind.
It does increase each turn, yes, the odds of escaping. So Machwing starting the Misty fight. I believe he saved, which is... Oh, he didn't heal.
No, he didn't.
Oh no, Machwing. That's a big mistake. Yeah, that's really bad to go in with that low of health. Wow, this race is becoming very chaotic very quickly.
Yeah.
All the runners have had some sort of major happening in the last 3 minutes or so.
Yeah, it's definitely a pretty weird mistake for sure, not pushing him.
Yeah, I can't say I haven't done that before, but if he manages to survive, that's I mean, fair play.
He seems to be okay for now. He can still die to Swift Crit on the next turn, but hopefully that doesn't happen.
And he lives. So Machwing through Misty, maintaining his lead. Iron still on the scientist fight. Got poisoned by the Grimer. Things are just not looking good for him.
Because he got hit by Pulse on Staryu a few times. Like I guess he got.
He did not get confused, no.
Yeah,
so yeah.
Healing in the fight and getting multiple pulses. So.
Yeah, not having the person there can really be a punish, especially in the health situation he was. He kind of got bailed out for sure.
The only downside, yeah, is if it doesn't get used on this fight, like used up, then you have to you lose a little bit of time later.
Stevie, he does not have the berry. He lost the berry to Supersonic on the Zubat and Mount Moon.
Oh, okay, yeah. Alright, Juanly got through the fight. Pretty low health, so he's right on Machwing.
Yeah. So. I think this health maybe a little bit sketchy for potion, right? A single potion. No, I would never double potion there. It's almost always better to heal in the fight than to double potion here, because your chances of Leech Seed just skyrocket if you go in with 40 health. And getting Sand Attack as well, the chances of that increase, so you really don't want that. Sand Attack pretty much guarantees you have to swap.
Yeah, with his Wanley has a Rash 21 split F, so he's actually taking 15 to 17. So yeah, that's definitely good. So even if he gets quick attack, he's still.
Yeah, he should still be okay, or at least it'll be a range to kill him.
I mean,
it's generally, you know, almost I'm guarantee that all these runners are gonna save for Rival 2 because it's pretty much one of the worst fights in the game, and you know sometimes there's just nothing you can do, even with the revive.
Yeah, it just comes down to missing a kick, you know. Unless you get flinch.
So Machwing through Rival 2. He had a pretty clean one, as far as I can tell. Hit his kick.
So the worst thing here for Wanley is Gust into quick attack, because that'll put him. Then he'll have to heal on.
Yeah,
Bulbasaur.
and with Rash, you actually get heal locked on the Bulbasaur or Venusaur, so you have to not Venusaur, Ivysaur. 3rd time's the charm. Yeah, but with Rash, you just take way too much damage. You can't. Okay, so it looks like he got sleep powdered, and did end up healing.
Actually, I was just saying that on his special defense, he's only taking 15 to 17 instead of Rash usually takes 17 to 19. So he's actually okay to heal if he needs to.
Yeah, it depends on what HP you're at, because if you're too low, then you know you'll just be in a heal loop, and swapping sometimes better. It kind of depends. But he looks like he's through. Misses the Abra range out of that Abra is a range out of Torrent, so that's quite unfortunate. Iron meanwhile fighting Misty, trying to get through the Staryu. Machwing has very good HP here. He has Torrent. He might be able to delay Ether later if he hits all his kicks. So we'll see if that happens.
Only has Torrent as well, but it'll probably only be for 1 or 2 levels. It's better to have it for level 25, so you can skip the kick on the Eradicate later.
Yeah. Yeah, there are a couple opportunities to get quick attacked and take a little bit more damage, keep you in Torrent for longer, but none of those are guarantees, so. So Iron made it through Misty, trailing behind a little bit, but didn't die, so that's always good.
Machwing got the first kick hit on the Oddish, which is good. Missing that one's obviously pretty bad.
Yeah, so the bridge section here is usually pretty resident sleeper. You just, you know, you one-shot everything, no matter whether you have Torrent. You just have to hit that one kick on the Oddish. That's the only part where there's really any RNG involved.
Yeah, surprisingly, like on the bridge, you can lose time to useless criticals. You know, that's a bit of an annoyance.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say bridge and like the Giovanni gym are the sections where you're gonna be noticing that the most, because they're just, you know, pretty much 100% consistent. Besides that.
Iron fighting Brute Rival. And,
okay, so interesting. I don't know if he meant to do that, but Juanly bit the Oddish. Maybe trying to skip Ether or delay Ether later. I don't know. Or maybe it was just an input mistake. Either way, he doesn't get punished. Oh, Iron dying to Rival there. That's...
Yeah, Iron, he went into the fight, his health was a little too low, and he got quick attack to on the first hits, and then had to potion, and then he got crit quick attack after, so yeah, just heal looped.
What are you gonna do about that?
Yeah, and I think
that's why we always save for this fight. It's just like sometimes there's just nothing you can do.
So he's going in at 18, which I think is a little too low.
Yeah. If you get Bite Flinch into Water Pulse kill without quick attack, it can be good, but it's very situational for that to work out.
Well, you can still
get the heal.
The range is still, it's 4 and 16, right? In Torrent on the Pidgeotto, I would probably go for that if you're in Torn
Yeah.
and just hope you don't get quick attacked.
Yeah, it's a little less likely than flinch, but even if you get the flinch, you can still get quick attacked, so.
And he does get the flinch kick, which is good. He wasn't.
Yeah, so second time's the charm, making it through the fight this time. Hits the outer range, always good. So all three runners heading into the bridge section, or in the middle of it, rather. Machwing actually just finishing up the rocket fight at the end.
Yeah, not too bad a time, honestly.
Machwing actually opting for the Pecha Berry here. Interesting. So it's actually a safety strat for Koga. You equip it before the Koga fight, and if you get poisoned there, you won't die on the Wheezing. Because if you miss the Wheezing range, pretty much, if you get poisoned, you die, generally. So, this adds a little extra insurance for that.
I guess you would have to swallow off the black glasses just for that one fight, right? So that would
You actually don't need the black glasses until after, so you actually never equip them until...
Oh yeah,
or
yeah.
on the route Machwing's on another route, or on the knob route, as it's known. Okay, Machwing, nice Dan pass there. That was actually a YOLO. He was 1 in 16 to get hit. So, probably pretty happy that didn't happen.
Yeah, that guy loses like about 30 seconds, which is obviously unfortunate, but there's not much you can do. I think there's like new movement you can do to like ensure that he doesn't hit you, but...
Yeah, there's only a couple people capable of like the timing movement you need to do to pass him without bagging. But if you want 100% pass on him, you have to bag manip twice, which is otherwise. Besides that hard movement that pretty much no one does besides Shiro.
If you were on like godlike pace, like you know, obviously it would suck to get 1 in 16, so maybe you would do it then, but I think most people just YOLO it because it's only 1 in 16.
Yeah, yeah. Generally YOLOing it is the play, but...
The movement's not exactly easy either.
Yeah. Yeah, some people learn the hard movement, and if you're able to be consistent with it, that's definitely better on average, but... So Juanly actually opting for the double bag manip I mentioned earlier. Definitely fair play.
He also had the guy looking towards him as well, so you just had to wait until he turned
Yeah,
away.
that's actually... So if you YOLO there, it's actually much more risky if you don't time it perfectly. Because you have to wait for him to spin away anyway. You're pretty much gonna lose time anyway. What can you do? Alright, Machwing hitting a Mega Kick. That's what you like to see. I believe he's 3 for 3 on those so far.
Yep. And he should be able to, if he hits this next kick and then hits the Drowsy, he should be able to Ether on the boat, which is really good. It saves a lot of time.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'd have to menu just to Ether before the next fight, and that obviously doing a menu just for that one item, besides combining, instead of combining the menus, is much slower. That kind of stuff adds up over the course of a run for sure.
But I think at this health though, if he's probably dead to 3 headbutts. So if he missed the kick, it might be kind of awkward if he just got 3 damaging moves in a row, because he'd have to bite and bite twice the Drowsy because he wouldn't have a kick.
Yeah, Machwing with 37 bill, I would say that's very good for a race. He definitely had some struggles with Misty, but actually didn't get punished, so that worked out for him. Very clean rival fight, definitely makes up for that, I would say. Not to mention hitting all the kicks since then. Only also hitting Mega Kick, and finishing up that last fight before Bill.
So Machwing is opting to not Ether on boat. It's probably for safety, just in case he misses the Drowsy kick. So, and he's ahead anyway, so
yeah.
No reason.
Yeah, I think that's a fair play in races for sure. PB attempts, it's almost always worth it just to like try to avoid the menu if you can, but
you always gotta assume
definitely
you're not gonna miss the kick.
yeah, missing this kick can be really punishing if you only have one left. So Yeah, so Juanly about a minute behind, I would say, Machwing right now. Maybe a little less. And Iron actually a decent amount behind Juanly after those deaths, so. Or I guess it was only one death, right, to the rival. I guess he also died in Moon, but
yeah, he's at
that was a while ago.
Yeah. So Machwing has Torrent for the next fight, so he can Water Pulse the Eradicate instead of Mega Kicking it, which is good. That's obviously what you want.
Yeah, has the also another benefit of having extra kicks for the upcoming rival fight. Yes, we just fought rival, but we're gonna fight him again in about a couple minutes. One of the funny things about this run, so you have two rival fights almost back to back.
He's the ultimate speedrunner. He's always ahead of you. Can never catch up to him.
Yeah, just gonna run around, grab rare candy here. Candy's obviously very important in this game, giving you those extra levels to be able
1%
to.
encounter from Machwing, nice.
Yeah,
See it.
That's definitely seen our fair share of 1% encounters already in this race. Notably, Iron getting 2 in a row. It's about time some of the bad luck went on someone else, I guess. So let's give it a little bit to Juanly to catch up. Making his way through the underpass. Yeah, and having Torrent here is definitely. Not only does it let you Water Pulse this Eradicate, so you don't have to Mega Kick. You also can one-shot the Pidgeotto on the rival fight coming up.
So ideally in this situation you wouldn't want Quick Attack, because the Pidgeotto can Quick Attack you. It'll Quick Attack you into range of Vine Whip, which is not ideal.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal because you have Super Potions at that point, so you almost always end up using a Super Potion on this fight at one point or another. Usually either turn 1 or turn 2 on the Bulbasaur. Yeah.
It's just unfortunate when you use Super Potion and then get Vine Whip and then Sleep
Leech
Powder
Seed,
and
yeah,
Leech
or
Seed
something.
And then, yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely some downsides to it, but it's almost never worth risking low HP with the Bulbasaur or the Ivysaur, especially because the Kadabra outspeeds you. It does a fair amount of damage with Confusion, and the Eradicate has Quick Attack as well. So there's actually other places you can die on the fight if you're at low HP.
So no Quick Attack, and he's not dead to Vine Whip, so he's unlikely to use it. So Flinch here is really, really good.
Yeah, he can actually potentially not heal if he gets. Oh, Sleep Powder miss. That's very clutch. Oh no,
that's the worst
misses
one
the
to
Mega
miss.
Kick.
That's the worst one.
Got a little bit debated there.
Now, he can Leech Seed there too, that's like the worst as well. He's not in Vine Whip range.
Juanly doing his menu before the fight. Probably gonna save.
Did Machwing save? I don't think Machwing saved for this fight either.
He still has to revive, so.
Oh yeah,
he doesn't have to, but it's generally a good idea. If you get crit, there's really nothing you can do, and sometimes setting up after a revive, or after a revive you have no backup left. So there's also situations in which you can't revive here because both your other pokes are dead.
So Machwing almost had the God fight, but he missed the kick after the Sleep Powder miss. So
yeah, he had the perfect setup and just didn't get the 75%. It's the classic LeafGreen.
Oh, Juanly gets turn 1 Leech Seed.
Leech Seed at that HP, that's really bad. That's really unlucky for Juanly. So actually, he's gonna have to heal now.
Normally you'd see Sleep Powder there because he's out of Vine Whip range, but yeah.
I think here it's better for him to switch in and Super turn 1 here. Oh, he actually just goes for the kick.
I
I
don't know
don't
what
really
that was.
understand what he was trying to do there. Yeah, I don't think kick would have killed there, honestly. Maybe with
No.
30 attack. I don't really know.
And he's in Vine of Brain, so he's always gonna get Vine Whip there at 15.
Yeah, so having to reset for this fight, and that's why you save, right? I mean, even if you revived there, it would have been, you know, really slow and probably not worth it.
Yeah, I think he meant to probably. I mean, you would want a super there because you're gonna get Vine Whip every single time. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think that
So
was
maybe a little bit of mistakes coming out.
I don't think that was quite. I don't think he could have gotten that. Even with 30 attack rash, I don't think. I'm pretty sure that kick wouldn't have killed. That was the leech seed healing was a bit too much.
Yeah, I mean, getting leech seed at like low 20s HP is like just like so unlikely. But you know, unlikely things can happen. That's Pokemon for you.
I think the craziest variation of this fight is if you get Bite crit into Overgrow and then get Vine Whip with Overgrow. I've had that happen a few times. That's pretty unfortunate.
Alright, so Machwing actually entering the Surge Gym now. This is where we do the can puzzle. Can either be really fast or really slow depending on which cans you get. Generally you save after finding the first can. So we'll see if Machwing's able to find a good one.
So
Opt in to check the left side.
A lot of people check these cans like in different orders, but I've noticed a lot of people do it differently.
Yeah, so he found so there's different amounts of so that some cans are better. The ones that have 4 next to them are worse than the ones that have 3, and then the corner ones are the best because it's you're 50% to get it the first try. So Machwing's gonna save after this fight, and then attempt the can below him, which is the can to the right of the first can. And hopefully he gets it first try, but if not, he'll have to reset and try the others. Nope, there's only trash there. Quite unlucky.
Yeah, cans is one of those things in this speedrun that it's a bit. You can lose you a lot of time. So.
All right, Juanly finally getting past the Ivysaur there.
Third try.
He's really struggling with this rival fight. But he's finally through. So still ahead of Iron. So still a chance for second place. But if he wants first, we need some bad stuff to happen to Machwing here on the Surge fight, which is definitely possible.
I mean, third try cans is definitely a start, but he's definitely really far ahead, so... Yeah,
I'd say so.
But dying on this, getting past this fight alive, or not, you know, a minute lost is pretty hard, so...
Yeah, we've seen a lot of, like, Raichu first turn crits this round so far. So let's hope that doesn't happen to anyone, but... because there's really nothing you can do.
Sonic Boom is good. I believe he'll be in Torrent with the...
Yeah, he's actually guaranteed Torrent from a Shockwave here, so that's always good.
Although sometimes the Raichu will opt to do a second double team after getting hit by Water Pulse. It's like unlikely, but then he'll be in heal range, which happens sometimes, but yeah, it doesn't happen.
It's generally always worth going... Okay, confused, so he has to kick. Because he gets the free turn from the pull heal, so he won't get Torrent. Only Torrent Water Pulse would kill there, and he misses the kick. No.
Another shot.
He gets another chance because he gets Torrent here. Okay, and he gets through. So Machwing through Surge. Iron looks like he got through Rival first try, kicking down the Eradicate there. So saved a bunch of time on Juanly because of his misfortunes there. But Machwing pulling into a huge lead now that he's already past Surge.
Yeah, getting that confused is just getting another free turn to try to hit a super low accuracy check, so it's definitely really good.
Yeah, otherwise you can end up in these weird heal lock scenarios where you're trying to get your HP to quick attack range so you can super potion and get another turn. And it can just, you know, be really slow and you lose all your healing items. It's like really bad to be in that situation. So just hitting before that is always good. Right, Juanly making his way through the cans. Hasn't found the first one yet. Here he goes. And it's one of the last cans he checks. That's quite unfortunate. Machwing about to head up, grab the bike, and head over to Rock Tunnel, where you have to hit a bunch more mega kicks.
Yep.
And couple scary fights there, but generally it's just hit your kicks and you're good.
And Machwing isn't in Torrent as well, so he'll have usually Torrent will make some of these fights a little bit more consistent. But I think he's in an attack where he can mega kick the Venonat as like the first big one.
Yeah, kicking the Venonat's very situational because you need to have the right amount of kicks to do so. Either you don't have enough kicks for Martha, so you're gonna get Elixir anyway, so you might as well try for the kick. Or you have, you know, a lot of kicks somehow. Like you didn't kick it all on Surge. So I don't think he's in that situation, but if he misses a couple, he might end up there.
Well, going into Martha with 2 kicks is kind of risky too, though, right? I mean...
Yeah, it's generally better though because Elixiring after that usually enables doing a safer strat for the next rival fight because you need a couple kicks left.
Yeah, kick strats on that rival is much better.
Only missing the Voltorb range, quite unlucky. It's 13 and 16 range.
It does use up Surge's super potion though, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, and now he's from this HP, he's pretty likely to get Torrent to 2-shot with Water Pulse.
So I believe Machwing has 1 kick left, so he's probably gonna have to Elixir early.
Yeah, you pretty much have no option in that scenario.
You'd probably. Oh no, he's in Torrent now. Never mind. I was gonna say you could probably kick the Venonat if he was in Torrent.
Hits the run a bike, very nice. And Juanly through Surge, pretty clean fight for him. Iron meanwhile just entering the fight, so let's hope he doesn't die here, because that could be a real problem for him. Machwing just pulling away from the pack for sure. So this Venonat is a guaranteed with Torrent Water Pulse, so that's very good for Machwing that he was able to get Torrent here.
So Iron actually outsped the Voltorb there, so he didn't get any damage, which is honestly not as good, because it kind of forces him to have to use Mega Kick instead of getting a Torrent Water Pulse for turn 2.
So he only has 1 double team up, and he hits the kick, so that's good.
3 pretty good Surge fights, which is...
Yeah, no Surge deaths is always good, because this is probably the most common death point in the run. Maybe tied with Agatha. You know, double team shenanigans, there's just nothing you can do. So Machwing skillfully biking through the dark here. Rock Tunnel, pretty much one of the major RNG sections of the run just because of the mega kicks you have to hit.
It's also a big emphasis on movement as well. Requires a lot of practice, because, you know, if you take one wrong step or lose, you know, too many tiles, your repel will wear out, or you'll hit an optional.
Yeah, towards the end of the Rock Tunnel segment, there's a run to bike on a spinner in the dark, and if you run too far or you don't get on the bike or something, you can definitely hit an optional there and lose a lot of time.
Do you think that one's easier than the other one, or harder?
I would say they're both about the same. Run to bikes in this game, you have a So the problem with the first one, which is the hiker outside Rock Tunnel, is you have to be 2 tiles away there, so your window for getting on the bike after you get to that tile is much smaller than the one in Rock Tunnel. You can run like 1 tile away from him, almost 1 tile away from hitting him, and he'll still be looking down, so you have a big window to get on the bike if you run to that tile. So I guess objectively the one in Rock Tunnel is easier per se, but
Yeah, I definitely like the Rock Tunnel one better than the other one. So yeah, like you said, that window is, you know, sometimes you'll go and do it, and then you'll press select, and like it just won't go, and then you'll just, you know.
So Juanly making it through that
Machwing missed the kick, the
oddish girl.
Kick range. That's
Oh no, he got poisoned too. Yeah, this is sketchy. He just goes for the kill here.
If
I were him, I would
dead to Vine Whip, right?
Yeah,
like,
I would super here for sure.
But you can also get no damage. I mean, he gets Sleep Powder here.
Yeah,
he's gonna die.
Dead.
Oh, he's dead.
He's dead.
Oh.
He has the revive. It's fine. But you know, now he doesn't have the revive anymore, so he's gonna have to save in some more situations probably, or be taking bigger risks. Either way.
Yeah, it's a hard call there, because, you know, if you just hit it, you're good, and then you obviously have good health for Torrent, but, yeah, obviously if you miss it, you die.
Aaron opting to bag manip that hiker. It's a safe pass, but a little bit slower. Only's about one fight ahead of him. Machwing. So is he fighting top hiker here?
No, this is the one on the
Yeah,
left.
hiker Eric. So he opted for the hiker for knob route, I think. Not sure why.
Maybe he's trying to take damage so he can be at better health after this, but maybe he thought that Machop would hit him.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's two options for hikers to fight here. You have to fight at least one of them, and one of them has just a Geodude, and one of them, that one he just fought, has a Machop and Onyx, so it's a little bit slower. But there's different EXP routes for this game. One that favors having higher EXP in the early game, and one that favors having higher EXP in the later game. And generally, you know, you would fight that hiker for the early game EXP route.
Machwing goes for the bite range on the Onyx and gets it. It's I think it's 80%, I believe.
Yeah, pretty much no reason not to go for it at this HP too. He's you know, worst case scenario, he misses, gets a rock slide or whatever, and you know, gets into Torrent maybe.
Well, and they coming up on Martha, I believe, on the next fight. But he's at a pretty good health, so if he misses a kick, he's not going to be dead to line up a Razor Leaf, I don't believe.
Yep. Bit stuck on his EXP screen, so it might be a mystery what happens.
Yeah, he might just be dead.
The suspense is killing me.
Yeah, miss kick into Razor Leaf crit.
Alright, so Machwing has, after the one he's in, 2 fights left in the Rock Tunnel. Hopefully, as long as he doesn't hit that spinner I talked about earlier. So he actually gets off the bike before talking to this trainer, and that's so he can bonk off him and do a run a bike on the spinner, which is like up and to the left.
I've seen Shiro do it like differently, where he bikes to the spot that's right below and then runs off the bike.
So did you see what happened to Juanly on that fight? I didn't notice when it came back. I mean, he threw it, so.
Well, he was lower health, so I actually don't know. I think he may have gotten poison powder because he was lower health than what I remember him being at. So.
So he must have missed at least once.
I think he may have missed on the oddish and gotten like something. I don't know. I don't know if it has absorb or I know it has poison powder, but.
Yeah. So Juanly actually the only one opting to fight the bottom hiker with the Geodude. So he's actually saving some time on the other two there. Machwing nailing the movement. Very nice. Machwing just has to hit one more Mega Kick and he's free from Rock Tunnel. Sometimes the last one can be the hardest, we'll see. And he hits it, very nice.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but that last kick in Rock Tunnel, I definitely feel like I missed that the least. I feel like that's like the most seemingly consistent one. I don't know, that's just me personally, but I feel like I never missed that one.
Yeah, I definitely know people who claim to be extra trolled by that one. It's like that last one, if you're on good pace, and like you can just lose so much time to getting paralyzed and such.
Well, if you got poison there, you could probably like delay antidoting to try to get lower health. You could probably get pretty low to be in Torrent for the next segment, which wouldn't be that bad, but...
So you see Machwing selling the Nugget here. That's not on the normal PB attempt route. We want to have some extra money to buy some extra X items and guard specs and such. It's good to have extras for those. It sometimes you'll need to reset up, or in the case of Lorelei, you can actually skip saving for her, because if you die, you just you still have 4 extra X specials, so you can just go right back in. Yeah.
So the next part of this next segment is pretty straightforward. A lot of bike movement and regular movement, but most of the fights are stuff dies in one hit with Torrent or without Torrent.
Yeah, it won't be until the later part of the Rocket Hideout coming up that we'll see some variation in the fights. And we have the first Giovanni fight coming up at the end of that, which can be a little bit scary. For Machwing especially, I would say, since he doesn't have the revive. We'll see if he opts to save. If you get Mega Punch there, sometimes you just die, so...
So normally you want to be in Torrent there, but a lot of times you're not in Torrent, and the Kangaskhan becomes a 3-shot, and in that scenario is you're more likely to get unlucky with double Mega Punch or some variation of something weird.
Only bag manipulating the spinner Rock Tunnel. Nice chicken strats. See if Iron does the same. Machwing definitely flexing on these guys with the movement so far. So he's out of kicks now, Machwing, which means if he wants to do kick strats, there's a max ether he can grab in the hideout. I think generally it's always worth it to do that in a race, because expect strats, you have to hit a 13 and 60 range. If you miss it, you die, so...
Although based on how Machwing has been playing, he hasn't been playing very safe generally, so I think he might just go for the X special strats, but...
Yeah.
I mean, he's super far ahead, so...
Yeah, considering how far ahead he is, I wouldn't... it looks like he's switching to the other XP route I was talking about before. I don't think he fought Nob, so he must know the way of like getting back on that EXP route here. Yeah, so having 33 here is indicative of that. The other route candies after the Rocket Grunts, blocking Giovanni's door, but this route candies before them, and the lift key rocket.
Does that just ensure the Arbok range, or what's the benefit of the other route? I'm not as familiar with that route.
The other route is in the one he's on, or the
one he's on, yeah, candying to 35 before.
So this he'll get a better range on Koga, as well as better ranges just in general, I think, until that point. But then he has extra ranges after that. So like on Self Rival, I think the Gyarados is a range. It's kind of a trade-off.
So he's gonna hit 37 for Koga? Is that what's happening? Or
He's gonna be higher level on Koga. And it's 11-16 wheezing range, as Machwing said in the chat. 42 for Koga.
Or sorry, I didn't mean Koga, I meant Giovanni. Is he gonna be higher level for Giovanni?
No, he'll be the same level for Giovanni. He's gonna evolve before the fight.
Oh, he's getting the calcium. That's interesting.
Yeah, so calcium helps with some ranges. I think it helps slightly with that Koga range as well as a few others. So it can be a good race strat. However, it does increase the chance of hitting Lorelai's Lapras into heal range. So we'll see if that's a possibility. Yeah, in the hideout we also grab black glasses. They're really important for powering up Bite later in the run. Pretty much key for how we defeat Lorelei. One of the slower E4 fights. So Machwing fighting the grunts blocking Giovanni's door here. These fights are usually a little bit better when you're in Torrent. You can go for some ranges on the Sandshrews here. I think they're only ranges on the other EXP route though, so that's another benefit of the one he's on. Gonna have to two-shot this Arbok though. And he gets Glare Miss, that's really good.
Wow.
Getting paralyzed there can be really annoying.
That is pretty unlikely.
Alright, so Machwing evolving into Blastoise. Gonna carry us through the rest of this run. Juanlyways starting the door guards, and Iron is fighting the lift key guy, so not too far behind, but Machwing having evolved and everything, now fighting Giovanni, definitely still a decent lead.
So he's not in Torrent, so it's going to be a 3-shot on the Kangaskhan.
Yeah, unless he gets a useful crit.
Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, one Mega Punch isn't gonna put him in the.
Ooh, Iron kind of sketchy movement there. He ran an extra tile down before getting on spinny tiles. If he ran down early there, he would have hit that optional, which has a lot of Pokemon. So the mistake he made definitely could have been a lot worse.
Machwing getting no damage here, which is pretty annoying. Now his health
yeah,
is
so
pretty
his HP for Rival now is actually really bad. He's certainly going to have to stall on the Gyarados at least. And he maybe won't even get Torrent for the bird and have to kick as well. Did he grab the Max Ether? I don't think he did.
No.
So I think he was planning on doing X-Spec strats, like we mentioned earlier, which is actually extra problematic at this current HP because you need Torrent for that strat really badly.
Well, you could just bite though, right, on the Ivysaur, and then would just have to get hit by it if he was high enough health, or if he could survive the Razor Leaf.
Alright, so here's where we buy all the X items for the rest of the run, and these just, you know, pretty much critical in Pokemon speedruns. They make fights so much easier. something casual players just generally don't even know exist. But yeah, the fight with the first X item setup is coming up pretty much immediately on the tower rival fight, and we'll see. Machwing's doing a risky strat, so I imagine he's definitely gonna save.
Yeah, kick strats are pretty free on that fight.
So Juanly just barely out of torrent as well, I think. So he's gonna have to 3-shot the Kangaskhan unless he gets a lucky crit. Fake out might put him in torrent as well. Okay, yeah. So he gets fake out, and now he should 2-shot.
Is he in Mega Punch range now though, or? Oh, I guess. Oh, it doesn't matter now, but.
Yeah, I think he could have died to some rolls of Mega Punch there at least, but yeah, he's not guaranteed to go for Mega Punch if it kills because of random AI. So didn't get unlucky there. Machwing does not save for the rival fight.
Yeah,
okay.
Mega Punch was 23 to 26. I think he would have died if he.
I'm a bit worried for Machwing here.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Well, his HP is the real problem, I would say. Oh no, he's going for kick strats. Did he grab the ether and I didn't realize?
Yeah, maybe I missed it.
Yeah, that's my mistake. He's definitely going for kick strats here. Probably would have noticed that when I saw him buy the X attack. So he actually needs to kick the Pidgeotto here. And he hits it, so that's good. Kicks with X-Ack are 99%, so...
Only problem with Machwing right now is his health is just too high, because you want Torrent after this fight, so he... Obviously, I mean, there's the backup is Marowak, take damage from Marowak, but...
Yeah, it's always better to stall on the Gyarados here. Much more consistent. But I don't think one hit's gonna be enough from here, so...
No. Yeah, like I think
he might have to take 3 hits from here. Oh no, that should be good. First one was a low roll, so that kind of threw me off. Machwing maintaining his lead. Definitely thought that fight was going to be much scarier than it was, but I'm not sure. He definitely had 0 kicks after the Eradicate before Hideout, so maybe he grabbed the Ether while I wasn't looking and used it.
Yeah.
Iron finishing up his shopping, and Juanly about to fly over to Lavender Town and fight the rival fight that Machwing just finished. Still pretty close.
Juanly's about 1 fight behind, but
yeah, about a couple minutes difference, I would say. So once you have Torrent, Tower is a pretty free section. The main thing you're doing here is just setting up for HP for Koga. That's why stalling on that rival fight was so important, because he needed to get hit there to have Torrent for Koga.
And having perfect health for Koga has a lot to do with your defense and HP IV. That's why having a good HP IV and good defense is good. If you go into that fight as mild with low HP IV, it can be kind of awkward.
Yeah, the range of safe HPs is so small for those specific Squirtles, so... fortunately, Machwing, 28 HP, 27 defense. This is a very good race Squirtle. He's gonna He's gonna be totally fine for Koga as far as HP goes, it seems like.
He probably doesn't need to do anything, I would assume.
There is a chance he gets quick attacked on the last fight in this section, but he has healing items. I believe he has the Oran Berry, so he can usually just, tweak his HP as needed if he gets hit. Looks like Juanly got set up with pretty good HP as well, maybe a little bit high, so he's probably hoping for a quick attack.
Iron also needs to take a little bit of damage as well.
Yeah, Iron's gonna need to stall on the Gyarados for sure. This HP.
Yeah, the last fight of this section, having 2 things that can quick attack, you can definitely screw up your Koga plans for sure.
Yeah, and there's just nothing you can do to avoid it, so...
It can also help you though as well.
Yeah, in some situations it really helps you, and in some situations it's like really ruins your setup, so really depends. So Machwing saying in chat that he did actually grab the Max Ether, so that explains why he went for kick strats, and I think that's always a good idea in races, just because the X special strats is just like definitely a run killing fight. Normal PB attempts, so. So everyone now.
If I remember correctly, kick strats were not something that was done for that long. It's a relatively new strat, right? I mean, new as in like the past like year or so, right? Or I remember it being like something that was...
I don't know that much about the history. I know that a lot of people have been running this game recently, a lot of high-level runners as well, so there's definitely been a lot of tweaks to the route, and I know Thunder, who's participating in this tournament as well, has done a lot of work and routing and calcing in this game, so I think some changes have definitely been the result of his work, but yeah. But yeah, this tower section generally goes pretty smoothly once you have Torrent. Everyone is in that HP range, so that's good. Not sure about Iron's HP here. He's gonna have to heal at some point, but I think he should have the Oran Berry still.
Yeah, it should be fun to Oran. I think even if he got quick attack, he could probably potion and still be in high Torrent.
But yeah, just grinding their way through these channelers and rocket grunts. Gotta get the Poke Flute for the next section. After this comes one of the harder spinner passes in the run. A couple different ways of doing it, so we'll see. I think we'll see a variety from these different runners. Pretty sure Machwing goes for the double pause manip on the biker pass, so that should be cool to see.
So Machwing did get quick attack, and he is in range of Muck Sludge because it does 23 to 27. So I'm assuming he's gonna Oran, but I think with this HPIV, I think Oran into level up, he'll still be in Torrent for the Weezing.
Yeah, I think Oran is still the right play. If you're being in death range to Muck is just like really bad. Because, Muck is always a 2-shot unless you crit.
Unless he decides to turn 1 Sludge, even when you're outside of range of it.
Yeah.
Which is happening.
Pretty unlikely for that to happen, but... So you have to grab the T now. It's just a convenient time to grab it. Have to dodge these NBC pokes, which can kind of just get in the way and block you. Fortunately, it gets good pattern there. Doesn't get trolled. So we're gonna use the Poke Flute to clear Snorlax out of the way, and then gonna grab a couple items on Cycling Road on his way down to Fuchsia. Alright, let's see that biker minute. Beautiful. Clean as you like.
Yeah, those guys are a little scary. If you're not super comfortable with that movement.
Yep. And you can see he pauses slightly. You need to time your pauses correctly there for it to be a safe pass. And it's based on those bikers can only spin every set amount of frames. So if you pause at the right times, you can tell whether they're going to spin on the next cycle, or whether you have a whole cycle to get past them, basically.
You can also react and see what they do and make sure that you don't, hit them.
Yeah. Yeah, your timing has to be good to react to them though, because they spin, every 32 frames or so, I think. So, gonna make our way through the Safari Zone here. Have to grab a couple items here. Full restore, gonna be important. Heal up before Viridian Rival later. And the gold teeth, which will exchange for strength. And the sometimes I believe Machwing will grab the revive here, and likely won't have to save for Koga because of that. And of course he's gonna grab Surf, which is the move that carries us through the rest of the run pretty much. It's Juanly on his biker pass here.
Okay, he's going for the old school pass.
Yeah, it goes extra safe there and bags twice. Fair play, Makes it a lot less scary if you're being extra safe like that. Because if you hit those guys, it does lose a lot of time. Machwing about to head to Koga's gym. Gonna fight one trainer here, but with Torrent and Surf, you just kind of wipe through him. Koga's really the only scary fight here. Remembers to equip his Pecha Berry, and that's good. Did he teach Surf?
No. He hasn't yet. He didn't Orin either yet.
Okay. So Surf is pretty. He must have taught it earlier. He taught it in a previous menu for some reason. I'm not sure why, but usually you would teach Surf in that bag menu there. So Iron safely making it past those spinners. How far ahead is Machwing? I'd say he's probably, 2 minutes maybe ahead of Juanly. Maybe a little less. Minute and a half. And Iron probably a minute or two behind Juanly as well. Still anyone's game. We'll see what happens. But Machwing definitely heavily favored at this point. It's only a few opportunities to die from here to the end, so.
And with good Torrent and good HP and the Pecha Berry, it's not as dangerous, but anything can happen in this fight. The Muck obviously likes to minimize, and if you miss a Surf on minimize, you can get a bit out of hands.
Okay, so he does get minimized. As long as he hits, he'll be fine. And he does. So now just has to hit the wheezing range, but he has that Pecha Berry, so even if he misses it and gets poisoned, he should still live. As long as it's not a crit, obviously.
Yeah,
Crit is guaranteed death.
Yeah, misrange sludge crit is death, but...
Yes, Pecha on level 42 is very safe. And he crits, so it's not a range if you crit. So a very clean fight for Machwing.
Well, you did calcium too. So the range must be like pretty high.
I believe the range increases by 1 in 16 with the calcium, or maybe that's on the other route, and it might be a little bit more for this one. But yeah, he's pretty favored to get that range, even if he doesn't crit there. But he crits, so it doesn't matter. Juanly finishing up the trainer fight, about to head in Koga himself. Gets a little bit trolled by that spinner there. Looked left as soon as he was about to pass him. So all of these runners have 30 or 31 speed, and that means that they're guaranteed to outspeed everything on Blaine. With lower speed heavies, you would need to set up an X speed there, or maybe get the Carbos. But they're still gonna get that Carbos, and that's because they'll be able to outspeed Sabrina with that Carbos.
Except for Iron, I believe Iron did Josh, unless he died and it went over, but Iron should be fine to not do it, not get it.
Yeah, I believe Iron should be able to skip it. And that's only with 31 and those extra speed EVs you get from Josh, plus the Route 1 poke that you can do that, skip the Carbos and still outspeed.
I mean, X-speeding on Sabrina isn't really, it's not really that risky, because, I mean, if you get
well, sometimes you want to anyway, because your HP is too high or something, but...
Yeah, because then you don't have Torrent for Erica, and then you have to Blizzard twice, which is not that good.
So there's Machwing grabbing that Carbos. He's going to be using that not before Blaine, but before Sabrina when he's doing the menu in Silphco. Juanly in the Koga fight. Can't really see what's happening. Iron also in the Koga fight. Okay, so Juanly's actually way past the Koga fight now. He just refreshed and now he's grabbing strength from the Warden, so still a decent amount ahead of Iron. Iron takes down the Muck. So we'll see if he hits the Wheezing range here. Not quite sure what happened to Juanly there. It looks like he took damage, so I'm guessing he missed range and then killed. So Machwing did his homework and answers all these questions correctly. We definitely seen some mistakes in some of these races here. Never what you want to see.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with these to not, when you're alternating mashing, sometimes it's better to not alternate mash for these. Just press the one button that you know.
Yeah, I think it's pretty fair to play it safe. Although these questions, you'll have to fight an optional, which leaves a little bit of time, but there is one question in this game, which is Bill after the gym here, and if you answer that one incorrectly, you pretty much can't finish your race, because it forces you to take a detour to the Sevi Islands, and until you complete the quest there, you cannot advance. So.
I think it's you've probably seen it. You've probably seen the Gunner clip. I think it's one of the funniest clips I've ever seen. Is when it happens to Gunner and when he's like first starting this game, and he tries to get back for like 5 minutes. You just can't.
Yeah. If you know what you're doing, it takes at least 15 minutes. So if you don't know what you're doing there, then you're in a really bad spot. And only a round 2 runner would really know exactly what to do there. I don't know if any of these guys besides Machwing have actually run round 2.
Yeah, round 2 seems cool, but it's obviously a long speed run, and the biggest thing that for me is that there's a lot of catch luck that you need, right? And that catch luck is frustrating enough on the 2 pokes you have to catch in this game. So,
I mean, also you still have the same fights with the same variants in this category, so it's like it's that catch luck plus all the crazy fight luck you need.
It's definitely a cool speed run for sure, but
yeah, it's definitely unique. So Machwing, easy peasy, 30 speed, making a 3-blade torrent. That's what you like to see. And he should be able to surf Erica's Victory Bell in torrent, so he only needs to hit 170% Blizzard on that fight coming up. Yeah, so let's hope he says no to Bill here. Wow, really flexing on the mashing there. Yeah, didn't hit B until right on that last text box. Very nice. Balls of steel on this man. And he's heading down to fight Erica. Erica's generally, as long as you hit Blizzard, you're okay. And he only has to hit 170% Blizzard, so. Looks like Juanly is good to beat Blaine here as well, so not too far behind.
yeah, Juanly's in very low torrent, and Machwing I believe is in pretty high torrent.
Yeah, I think he should still have torrent after. Well, he's already
he's at 30.
Since he's on the other
39,
EXP
right?
route, he's only gonna take 1 more level from here, so he's definitely gonna keep torrent. On the other route, you would be candying twice after this fight to 44, but he's gonna be already there pretty much.
I was just thinking that he might pop out in Giovanni's gym, right? Maybe.
Well, he will
maybe not.
take damage off of Self Rival between then and now. So.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Yeah, Self Rival is generally the fight you set up torrent for, the rest of the pre-Elite Four section. And sometimes on Sabrina you X speed to get a little bit more damage there, and on lower speed IVs you need to X speed there, so gonna be always taking damage to side beam there.
So Machwing not saving, but
yeah, he only has to hit 170% Blizzard, and I'm pretty sure he tanks a Giga Drain from here, so I think it's a fair play. He has the revive too, so. In this, there are definitely situations where you have to save here, but this definitely isn't one of them.
you'd probably get Stun Spore, I'm pretty sure. Right?
Okay, so he's actually opting for the X special strat here. So Tangle is pretty favored to go for Ingrain here, and if it went for Giga Drain, he would survive anyway. And this allows him to surf the Vile Plume as well in Torrent. So he doesn't even have to hit a Blizzard, and he's guaranteed to win from here. So, pretty good race strat. A little bit slower than the PV route way of just Blizzarding and hoping it hits. Alright, so Machwing maintaining his lead. Juanly, as I before mentioned, he's on the other EXP route, so he's candying twice to 44 here. before the last optional before Erica. Or I guess optional is the wrong word. It's a required trainer. So Machwing heading into Silphco. One of the last sections with some spinner passes, etc. And a pretty scary rival fight where you have to hit some 93% blizzards. And since he's on the other EXP route, there are some ranges on that fight as well. Juanly heading into the Erica fight. Believe he's in Torrent, so he'll be able to surf here. Nice. I don't believe Juanly's going to go for that expect strat, so we'll see the alternative fight here where he bites the Tangela right away and goes for the Blizzard on the Vileplume. Meanwhile, Machwing manipulating that spinner. He can be kind of a pain. You have to pass him a bunch of times. He's probably one of the most commonly hit.
That's a problem.
Yeah, getting paralyzed here is quite bad. He needs to hit through paralysis now. And he does. So he's going to have to paralyze heal. And his HP is kind of awkward. He's going to need to probably super and then potion again as well. But hitting through paralysis there is good. The alternative, if he missed again, he would have probably died, had to revive, would have taken a lot more time. So all things considered, not too bad for Juanly. And Machwing heading into self-rival here. He's going to be setting up on this Pidgeot and hopefully setting up Torrent. HP still a little bit too high. He gets Whirlwind. Did he set up a third X-Spec? Oh, that's a big problem for Machwing. Oh no. Does he have enough extra X items, I wonder? He must. Needing to set up again from here is problematic though. Full restore is interesting play there. And he gets crit. I don't know about how Machwing's gonna finish this fight.
A lot of adapting happening.
Yeah, this is not what you normally see. And Juanly quickly catching up here
Just
now.
what Juanly needed.
Because this extra setup's gonna take up a lot of time. Iron not too far behind either. So he's not in Torrent right now, which means he'll have to stall on the Gyarados, which is kind of scary, but the Gyarados is a range on this EXP route, so I guess it works out for him that way. Oh, nice flinch for him as well. So he can bite ×2 here.
Well, doesn't he want to take damage though, or?
Yeah, that's... I'm a little concerned for his HP here. I don't know where he's going to take damage. He might be X-specking on Kadabra unless something happens on the Giovanni fight. I guess he needs Torrent for the Giovanni fight itself, so... Probably going to be taking damage there. Juanly just heading into the fight now, so definitely saved a lot of time on Machwing just from that weird whirlwind scenario. I believe the Pidgeot only whirlwinds when you're at +3, so maybe he messed up on the setup or something. I still don't really know what happened there. Okay, so he used the full restore, so Machwing's opting to go back and grab this hyper potion, and I think that's a very good call by him. And a good example of, you know, adapting to the situation. Okay, so on the EXP route, Machwing was on. He needed +3 to guarantee Blizzard on Gyarados. But he went to +3 before setting up the X-Ack, so that's how he ended up getting Whirlwind. According to the chat here.
Yeah, it's definitely something you don't see very often.
Yeah. Swanley, a nice deep torrent here, and no ranges for this EXP route, so he gets to, you know, keep this torrent all the way through the Giovanni gym. There is one surf range he has to hit between now and then, but besides that, he should be good.
So I believe he can get Horn Attack from the Nidorino, which would give him Torrent, which would be good, but...
Yeah, we'll have to see how he plays this fight, because the normal situation, you're definitely in Torrent already here, so... I think Surf definitely kills the Nidorino out of Torrent, so... I think only the Kangaskhan won't die without Torrent, so... I think the others probably will. Opts for Bite on the Kangaskhan and gets Rage. That's actually not good because now he still doesn't have Torrent.
In
Tail Whip. Okay, so this is really not what he was planning for.
That's really weird.
Yeah. His HP is still too high, but he does have Torrent now, but he's gonna lose it. So he'll need to set up on Sabrina probably, I would say. Try to take some damage there. Still about one fight ahead of Juanly, who's going into that Giovanni fight right now, and Iron on the fight before that, so everyone's really close still. Machwing's been maintaining this lead for a while, but it's definitely thinned over the last couple sections.
Yeah, and considering Iron had 2 deaths as well, he's really not that far behind.
Yeah, things have been going pretty smoothly for him since his misfortunes early on, so good on him for catching up like that. See if Juanly hits the Kangaskhan range. And he does, very nice. That Kangaskhan on the Giovanni fight is a 13 and 16 range. So we'll see what Machwing does here. He's still in Torrent, so Mr. Mime will go down. I'm imagining he's just going to set up an X-Speed here or an X-Spec. He should have extra X-Speeds, so might as well use those. Okay, he opts for the X-Spec. It doesn't really matter, because he outspeeds anyway. So he does get the damage he needs, and he will keep Torrent through the rest of the section. Iron also hitting the Kangaskhan range. Very nice.
And Wanley should have a pretty straightforward fight, not having to do much.
Yeah, he with this HP and his speed setup, he just has to spam Surf for Sabrina, so he'll save a little bit of time on Machwing here as well. And Machwing checking the stats of his Sparrow there, the classic.
Moving, yeah, he's moving too fast, too fast.
And this split here between Sabrina and Giovanni is pretty much entirely just, you know, get through the fights. Pretty much no
Hope for no
crits, RNG
yeah.
to it, yeah.
No crits.
Yeah, in my opinion, one of the most annoying places to mess up that kind of menuing and stuff because it's just so obvious when you get to the end of the split because there's not much variance on it.
Yeah, you're not really gonna save any time on the split at all.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one useless crit. Nice.
Yeah, Iron's HP is a little bit too high here. He has torrent for the rest of the fight, I believe, but he won't have it for the Giovanni gym. Yeah, he's actually in perfect torrent right now. Like if he's 1 HP higher, he would be out of torrent. I'm not sure why he didn't stall there.
Yeah, I was just saying, he'd probably be better off using X speed there or X special.
Maybe he has a plan for somewhere to stall later in the Giovanni gym. We'll see.
Wait, what? Wait, he got outsped by that.
Did he get outsped?
Yeah.
Okay, he crit, so it didn't matter. I don't think that would have killed if he didn't crit, because he calm-minded.
That's weird, because I'm pretty sure he did Josh, so I don't know why he would be slower.
So he fought Josh. He has 31 speed. He didn't get the Carbos. He shouldn't have had to. I think maybe it's only when you fight 2 pokes on Route 1. I don't know. I'm pretty confused on why that happened, but...
I kind of thought with 31 you could just fight Josh and be okay, but maybe not.
Oh, you need 5 extra, and Josh gives 3, and you get the 1 from Route 1, so he must have been 1 EV short. That's crazy. Yeah, so these fights in the gym, pretty much just spam Water Pulse, Surf on. So everyone in the same gym section right now. Nothing really interesting to talk about. This is probably the most, this is the part of the run where everyone's like, taking a breath, relaxing a little bit. And the rival fight's right after, so then you're back at it.
And there is some time-saving things that Juanly can do in the next rival fight to make up some time, but it's obviously a little bit riskier, but you can save a lot of time if you skip the X speed and tank a psychic if you can, or skip the X accuracy, but...
Yeah, it's very situational, and I think the time you lose from getting Rain Dance, which is the scenario in which you can do that, is pretty much loses the same amount of time because the Rain Dance text is really slow.
He could go for X accuracy skip too, but I guess that's probably risky too.
Yeah. I would say not really worth it. He's pretty close behind Machwing now, so it's only like an Agatha death setting them apart, I would say.
Yeah, and there's also enough. There's definitely enough variance in the E4 for where anything could happen. You can lose in a minute. So.
Yeah, Lorelei especially is just very high variance in terms of how long that fight takes. So. I don't think there's any reason for Juanly to be taking big risks at this point. Maybe can't say the same for Iron, but we'll see. So I believe Machwing's gonna set up to +2 here. and the because he's on the Knob EXP route, the Venusaur is going to be 15 and 16 range. He might tank a Razor Leaf even if he misses it, so we'll see.
No, it'll be Overgrow though, right? So I don't think so. Wouldn't it be?
Oh yeah, you're right. Probably, well...
That'd probably do, like, a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if he missed Blizzard, like, Blizzard's 93% to hit with Exac. If he missed Blizzard, he would probably survive, but if he hit and then missed the range, he probably wouldn't. You're right.
Yeah, if he missed the Blizzard, I think the range on his special defense is 73 to 85. So I think he would have lived. I think he was on 85 or 84 on level 49, so would have been pretty unlikely.
Yep. So he gets the version of the fight where you don't get Rain Dance, so that's generally good. Rain Dance is kind of slow, but he does have to set up an X speed here, so doesn't really save that much time. Juanly also taking down the Venusaur, so pretty close behind. And on Juanly was level 50 for the Venusaur, so it's guaranteed. Iron making his way to the fight as well. So Machwing going into the last movement section of the run. A lot of boulder pushing and tight turns on the bike, so you definitely lose a lot of time here if you're sloppy with your movement. So hopefully we'll see some clean stuff from him.
Yeah, bonking walls with the bike definitely can lose a lot of time if you get stuck.
Yeah, every time you do it, you lose a second or so. So you do it multiple times, it really adds up. And your super repel steps are pretty tight if you're, I believe, Machwing's doing the faster repel, where you combine it with the full restore menu. So he's gonna have to risk a couple tiles. Well, first he'll do 1% tiles all the way up to the first boulder, and then he's gonna be risking a few tiles on the way out. Okay, that's. So he didn't actually go all the way above the boulder, so that's I don't know why he menued there, but maybe it was a mistake. So now he's actually going to have to risk more tiles towards the end. Iron almost through the rival fight as well, so good. No Viridian rival deaths. There's a bonk for Machwing, couple. Yeah, you can see it brings you to a complete stop for like a second or so, or almost a second, so definitely add up.
Having a Sandshrew at this point, if it happens to be your cut poke, can save a good bit of time as well. But I don't think none of them got Sandshrew. But
yeah,
if
you got Sandshrew, you would teach Strength in the same menu you taught Blizzard, which is like before Erica or before Blaine on the other route. And doing that in the same menu definitely saves a fair bit of time, because going into the TM case is really slow.
Okay, Machwing took a little bit of a risk there. He moved 2 naked tiles with that repel, but he didn't get any counter, so he's good.
That actually makes up for where he ended up repelling in the first place, so he's only going to have to risk the normal number of tiles unless he takes extra steps from here. All these trainers are pretty easily avoided, so There's no real spinner passes or anything, so Victory Road's one of the less likely places you'll see people hitting optionals. I don't believe any of our runners have hit any optionals this run, so kudos to them. Pretty clean from everyone. And we'll see if he gets an encounter, and nope, makes it out cleanly. Nice. So Juanly on the second boulder, and Iron just entering Victory Road. Machwing is gonna deposit all his other pokes, and at the same time heal Blastoise. Let's see him swapping here, dropping Blastoise in the PC heals in this generation. So, and that's since he has to put the other pokes in the PC anyway, it's quite a bit faster than healing at the center there. And it's just gonna max out on full restores here.
So a lot of things can go wrong in this Lorelei fight, so there's a lot of variance.
So Machwing definitely doesn't have enough X specials if he dies here, so let's hope that doesn't happen. Death here is like one of the worst deaths in a race, because if you die, you usually die on the Lapras, which is the last Pokemon, and you know, this fight takes forever, so.
Yeah, Hail's obviously slow, and that's you usually will get Hail. You can get Frozen from Ice Beam. You can get Crit from Body Slam, and obviously Body Slam Para can slow you down a lot.
Yeah, so no Hail yet. He has to set up at least one more X special, and he gets the Hail. That's quite unfortunate. Pretty unlikely to not get Hail, but it saves like 30 seconds if you don't get it.
Yeah, usually not getting Hail or not having to heal for the Lapras.
So Juanly just entering the fight, so he's really close behind Machwing now. He must have had a pretty clean Victory Road. He gets Hailless, maybe that'll be the difference maker here. And he doesn't. As soon as I say that, Caster Curse. Fortunately, he didn't get Hail on turn 1, because on turn 1 there's a chance that you actually get Hail twice, and it's like the worst version of the fight, pretty much.
So unfortunately for Machwing, he does not tank, or it's unlikely that he'll tank 2 Body Slams, so Flinch is obviously really good, and Crit is really good.
Yeah, Lapras is a 3-shot, including it using the Citrus Berry.
Oh no, he's leveling up. He's leveling up. He's fine. Never mind.
So getting any crits or flinches here can be quite useful.
And there it is. Unlucky.
Yeah, that's, you never want to see a Body Slam Para, but actually it did, somehow it always happens.
Actually no, I think it did 32, which is I think is a 1 in 16 roll.
Yeah. Fortunately it didn't end up mattering. He full restored. Wait, okay.
Don't speak too soon.
Well, I mean, nothing you can do about Confuse Ray there. He opts to try to hit through and he succeeds, so.
His health is pretty high for Bruno though. But...
yeah, with this kind of HP, you would probably just go in and not set up guard spec. Iron gets Hail as well, so all 3 of our runners getting Hail. No Hailless, unfortunately. Only healing up before taking down the Lapras here. Doesn't get paralyzed the turn after healing, which is always good. And he gets a flinch. Okay, nice fight from Juanly.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Obviously Body Slam Para.
He has similar HP to what Machwing had. So Machwing opted, considering his HP, opted not to guard spec on this Onyx, which means he uses Rock Tomb and his speed drops. So he's going to set up X specials on the Onyx, try to get into Torrent, and on the final turn, X speed here. And that'll put him faster than the rest of Bruno's pokes, and safe from Mach Punch on the Hitmonchan. So nice Bruno fight from Machwing. See if Juanly gets the same luck. He's gonna be doing the same thing, going in without a guard spec. Rock Tomb Speedfall. He's gonna set up an X speed on the last turn. Alright, so he's gonna X speed, and Earthquake should put him into Torrent. Okay, so his HP here, I think he's arranged to die to Mach Punch. We'll see if he risks it or ends up super potioning.
Yeah, it's 26 to 30, so he will get turn 1 Shadow Punch.
So Machwing's HP is kind of awkward. It's pretty low. If he had the Oranberry, he would use it here, but he does not. So see how this goes for him. He should still tank a Shadow Punch with this defense, so it's not the worst case scenario for sure. And Juanly making it through Bruno, okay, so that's good. So Agatha here, one of the biggest reset points in the run, because this Gengar has double team, and if you miss, it can get very ugly very fast. So you need to set up an X special and an X speed, and then if you're in Torrent, it'll kill. But you have to hit. See, and he misses. Okay, setting up another double team. He needs to hit now. Okay, so that's not too bad. You have plenty of extra surfs, so didn't get punished.
Juanly was able to potion and keep Torrent and get out of Shadow Punch range, which is good. So.
Yep, good HP for Agatha, and he's really close behind now. If he doesn't miss Surf like Machwing did, he could catch up a little bit. But it will take some bad luck on Machwing's part for Juanly to be able to catch up, probably. We'll see what happens on Lance. You have to hit a bunch of blizzards on that fight. Iron not too far behind either. He's through the Bruno fight pretty much.
Juanly did get Shadow Punch.
Okay, he got back into Torrent now.
He got turn 2 Shadow Punch, even though he wasn't in range of it. That's unlucky.
Okay, he's fine though. He hits.
Yeah, he had a super. Because she didn't double team twice, I don't think.
Right. Okay, a little bit of a weird menu there from Machwing. I think he was considering healing before walking in here, but instead he's going to do it after. See if he saves. Juanly's pretty close behind, so there is an argument to be made for not saving here. It is risky though. Okay, he does opt to save. That's a good play if you're ahead here. So I don't know. I don't think Machwing. He might have an extra X accuracy still, and if he does, then he might use it to make this fight a lot easier. There's a lot of opportunities for missing Blizzard here, so it's it's a really good opportunity to X-Hack twice and almost guarantee your win. A nice flinch. Oh, double flinch. That's very nice from Machwing. He gets Hyper Beam at 146. That's not normal. And he opts to double X-Hack. I really like that play because he gets the extra turn there. And with his defense, I think he'll be fine for Aerodactyl, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's 56 to 65, so yeah, he's good.
Yeah, that's a heelless Lance. That's, I mean, it's gonna be really hard for Juanly to catch up at this point.
Double flinch is pretty nuts.
There would have to be some serious, considering he has double X-Hack, the rest of the fight's pretty much free. He would need to be trolled seriously on Champ for Juanly to have a chance here. Iron also threw Agatha notably, so still not too far behind.
Oh, that's a Blizzard crit. That's good.
Did that actually save Juanly a turn?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Blizzard, so.
Yeah. Now he can miss one and not have to worry about running out, so that's also good. But still like 30-45 seconds behind Machwing here, so.
I mean, there's always the chance of, you know, him not sand attacking a lot and using a lot of wing attack. You can also get wing attack crit, so.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple different strategies you use for the champ fight depending on whether you get torrent when you do the setup or not. And yeah, we'll see which one happens to Machwing here. Opting to save before going in, I think that's a good play. He's far enough ahead, can justify it.
Juanly got Ancient Power Boost.
Ancient Power Boost is very slow. That's really unfortunate for Juanly. You can see he has to go through all these text boxes. This is like, I don't know, 8 seconds or so. Alright, so we'll see what kind of setup Machwing gets here. Sand attack, that's what you like to see. You want to see sand attack, because the more sand attacks you get, the less chance you have to heal later. Feather Dance also good, although rarely seen. It sets up the third X special. And he's not in Torrent, but he is good to go at +3. Iron hitting his final Blizzard on Lance. Only entering the champ fight. Right, X accuracy. So you must hit this Blizzard, 93%. And he hits it. So with this HP, I think Machwing's likely going to end up healing. Unless he gets a lucky flinch or something. Although he has gotten a lot of lucky flinches during this E4, so we'll see.
Yeah, flinch into not having to heal for extreme speed is not as fast as it gets.
Yeah, Juanly has pretty good HP coming out of Pidgeot, so he has a chance to not heal as well. But it'll take a lot for him to be able to catch up at this point, I would say. It's borderline impossible. Okay, so Machwing opting to heal on the Gyarados. I think that's a fair play. He's at +3, so he can bite plus Blizzard.
Another flinch.
All 3 runners on the champ fight now. Alright, well. And Machwing wins. He lives even a crit here. So GG Machwing. Pretty close race towards the end, but Machwing getting really good E4 luck. Besides that one miss on Agatha really helped him. So GG's Machwing. Juanly almost done here with the champ fight. Just has to take out the Arcanine. So it was really close towards the end, but
Yeah, I think Machwing definitely played pretty aggressively for most of the run, and I guess for time save, and it definitely paid off with how close it was at the end. So
Yeah, looks like he's getting low 209 or high 208 here. So that's a very good race time. And GG's to Juanly through the champ fight. So Juanly's gonna have like a mid 209. I'm not sure whether that'll be enough to advance. We'll have to see. Unfortunately for Iron, although he did play really well and he was actually really close behind, but he will not be advancing. So that's too bad. Right, we'll see if we can get the runners in here for interview. Not sure what I have to hit to invite them in here. Yeah, I don't see the controls for marking them as done, so do you see anything on yours?
yeah.
Okay, so there we go. We can mark Juanly is done as well, and they should get a link to come in here for an interview. GG's to Iron. Machwing and Juanly. GG's. Congrats to Machwing for the win.
Thank you. It was definitely a really tight race between us three at the end. GG, Juanly.
Juanly. Well, I think Juanly has the wrong audio source chosen here.
Also, GG Iron.
GG's to Iron.
Guys.
It was a really close race towards the end.
Yeah, I didn't save for most of
now?
4.
Yeah,
yeah,
I think that was fair considering your position. You actually weren't that far behind, and I think you played really well. But like, these guys just got the better RNG. You had died a lot early on.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with how I played. It's just that's the game. Sometimes.
Yep.
What happened to Iron? Did he die during Moon?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
I
died to the second rocket fight and had to reset to.
Yeah, he also died to bridge rival too, so he had 2 deaths.
Yeah, I died of trying to catch a PG.
Yeah.
I got the pickle treatment.
Yeah, there was like a span of like 2 minutes where all three of you had some weird stuff going on. Machwing went into the Misty fight at low HP, and Iron was buying a moon, and
I forgot to heal for Lavender rival and went into that fight with 5 HP. But you guys couldn't see it because the stream lagged during that.
Yeah, we had no idea what was going on for you a lot of times.
Yours was definitely frozen a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the. I only dropped 49 frames total, so wasn't my end, I guess.
But I guess start with Machwing. Anything to say about your race? Anything to note?
Definitely made some mistakes that I shouldn't have, like not healing before Misty and then doing the +3 on Sylph Rival. I decided to switch to Knob route because I noticed how big of a lead I had, so I just wanted to play it a little bit safer. And then I
so-
forgot it has Whirlwind at +3.
Yeah.
Leech seed at 21,
so
bro.
to switch to the knob route,
Yeah, that was
what did you
pretty
need
bad.
to do to make that happen? We saw you fight the top hiker in Rock Tunnel. Was that the only adjustment you needed to make?
So yeah, that's the only adjustment you need to make for the Koga experience / level 35 for the 2 rocket grunts. You either fight Knob or you could fight Hiker Eric. So I just decided to switch late.
Nice. Definitely worked out for you in the end.
I'm most
Also had a
likely
really
out,
nice
right?
lance fight.
I don't know, Juanly. You have a
Damn it,
high
no!
high 209. There's a chance you continue, but we'll have to see.
No.
I know of at least one second place that has a better time than you right now. So.
Who?
Poker guy.
Ah, that guy sucks.
Juanly, you did bop Char.
Oh, I Bob
Oh,
Char.
well
Oh my
and
god.
good.
If
Anything-
I'm better than Amiiva, at least it's good.
Anything specifically to note about your race, Juanly, or anything you want to say?
Nah,
Don't want to talk about it.
I've made so many like, I don't know. I was not ready for this kind of luck. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
I think my late game was really solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Iron was pretty close behind you, so you definitely had a chance to catch up to you. But Iron, anything to say about your race? I guess you got the short end of the stick on RNG, like we said.
I think he's left. That's literally everything he has to say.
Yeah, that's. I mean, couldn't put it any better myself. So, any closing remarks, guys? I think well played to all of you. It was
When's the next
really,
race?
really close and fun race to watch. There's a race tomorrow, which is my race. I'm not sure if there are any others between now and then.
Oh, all he cares about is his races. Nice.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Well, good luck,
But-
dude.
That
will
race
take
is
Kelsey.
at 2 p.m. Eastern between me, Cooker, and Roushmore.
Oh, he's gonna
And-
destroy you guys. uh,
So yeah, I got my work cut out for me for that one. But
remember, you have to get. If you get second place, you gotta get a better time than me. So Juanly goes bye bye.
okay, I'll do my best. But yeah.
I just want to say Calcium or God strats. A 96% bite blizz range on Lance. And then I got both flinches, which was crazy.
Oh wow. Yeah, I don't know much about the benefits of that calcium. I know that it can make Lorelei a bit. You can get her into heal range somehow that way, right?
Yeah, I think from my calcs, what I looked up was it doesn't change it, but it does change for 30 special attack. It raises it to 31 levels of getting that range. But luckily, I noticed I got a low bite roll on my first Lapras bite. So I thought it was fine.
Probably open up my chat. All right, guys. Thanks for the
Yeah.
race. I'm gonna get off.
Yeah.
For sure.
GG's
again,
everyone.
Conley. And GG's Iron.
GG, I'm Macwin.
And thank you for the good commentary, Main and Kurt.
Yep. Thank you guys for racing. It was fun
It
to
was
watch.
amazing.
And thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.